Hi, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's extra video, the middle grade book tag. Now this was created and I was tagged by the lovely, the curly reader. Now she created this, she put it up on, I'm remembering my times, Thursday. So I will link her video to this and it will obviously have the prompts in it. See whether I actually have time to remember to write them on the descriptions. We'll see. But I can't believe she created a tag for this and tagged me in it originally. How cool is that? Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Well, as she was reading out the prompts, I was like, I know my answer to this, I know my answer to that. And I would have done it probably anyway. But I'm so glad she tagged me. So thank you so much. And I hope you all enjoy it. Let's get on with it, shall we? We're talking about middle grade books in middle grade March. And you guys know I love middle grade books. They're rock solid. They make me smile. They're what I read every month. And this month I've read loads. But what I have done is in general I've tried to include books that I'm not necessarily always reading this month. But ones that I love. So I hope you like my answers. Here we go. Question 1. What is the last middle grade book you read? Just finishing this as we're speaking and I love it. It's The Secret Garden. It's a beautiful copy. It's gorgeous. It's one that I grew up with. I watched the film as I was growing up. It's one of my first books I read as a child and rereading as an adult. Oh my goodness, I am loving rereading this book. It has been an absolute pleasure. I love the book even more than I love the first film, and I'm looking to find out whether the second one that's coming out recently will be anywhere near as good. But thank you to Kate from Kate Howe for creating, like doing a read along for this that's actually made me reread it, as well as thank you for the middle grade March people. But loving this book. The next one. What is a middle grade book that was read to you as a child? I could have picked quite a few because as a family we grew up with books. My mum read us a lot of books growing up. It was a big part of who we were. My sister read books. We've always read books. My nan read me poetry, but I can't remember all of what my nan read me. But I do remember my mum reading me this and us reading this as growing up, which was the Magic Faraway Tree. I've got a big copy of the whole 3 of these, but this was my second one in the series that I've given to Mia because I want to show you this one because it's absolutely beautiful. Look at it. You can see the tree, you can see the fruit. I read it for read-alongs last year and it's brilliant. I remember reading the Magic Faraway Tree. I remember the world above it and it made me creative. It made me think. I used to be the type of person that would create worlds in my head. Me and my sisters would have worlds that were where we lived in the loft and we had families. Sorry Charlie, I know I'm embarrassing. But yeah, I grew up with books and I remember reading this book growing up and it was one of the first ones I do remember. Obviously we had the good old Tim and Tom, what was it? Topsy and Tim books and the red yellow hat, Roger Red Hat, those ones. I remember reading those at school. But at home, I definitely remember reading those. God, yeah, Roger Red Hat. Who out of you are old like me and remembers those books? God. Talk about old, yes. So now, what was your favourite middle grade books as a child? Again, apart from the ones I've just shown you, ones that really stick out to me is this series. Is the Mallory Tower series. I don't know if you can see it, so I'll show it a bit closer up. I like these ones. I remember the middle grade, the Mallory Towers ones are the ones that really stand out. We got the St. Clair, What Katie Does, those books, that series. God, that's a Canadian author. So Katie and Kate. Oh God, all my Canadian friends would like that. But yeah, I remember these series. I remember the St. Trinians. There were so many school series, but this is the one. If I'm remembering it, it was obviously my favourite, and I have got the whole series now, which I need to go back and reread. Actually, they're on my shelf. So I waited until I had the whole series, but now I do. I can now read the second one in the series soon. So watch out, that'll be coming up in some of my wrap up soon, that I'll be reading that. Yeah, I totally love the Mallory Tower series. And this will link on to another answer coming up shortly. But yeah, definitely remember that. And I think obviously like the Faraway Tree ones. So what was your favourite middle grade book as an adult? I am going to say one that I've only just read and only just finished, but it now tops all of them. Tilly and the Book Wanderers. I have literally only just read this for middle grade March. You will see it in my wrap up part 1, the exact details of it. But You guys know all about this book. If you're on BookTube, I'm guessing a lot of you that like middle grade books would have read this. I am now going to look for my own copy of this. Hint, hint out there. This is going on my Amazon wish list. This is Charlie's copy, but I want my own. Tilly goes into the world of books. She can be a book wanderer. I would love to wander in and out of books. I am such a big bookie. And this one includes things. It talks about other books in there. I'm not going to tell you too much, but I can safely say that Anne of Green Gables appears. And there's quite a few other characters. But oh my goodness, I loved this book. It is the best. I want to have my own copy now because it's that good. Thank you, Charlie, for lending it to me. It is that frigging good. I love this book. And as an adult, this is perfect. This is the perfect mix of children's, adult. It is the frigging best. I don't know how many of you how many am I going to say the best on this book? Love that book. Next one is, who is your favourite middle grade author? I'm going to cheat again. I'm going to say two. I'm going to say Enid Blyton, and the answer to my next prompt, Roald Dahl. I love both of those. I can't pick a favourite middle grade because to me they are the two that stand out. They are the two that have written the most middle grade books that as growing up I love, and that as an adult I can still reread. The ones that I want to share with my children. Those authors are the best. They're through and throughout. I've read the C.S. Lewis and Narnia series, and I'm not like that growing up. So some middle grade books you don't like as growing up. But those two I can safely say that Enid Blyton and Roald Dahl, hands down, are the best middle grade authors that I've ever read so far. Admittedly, I may get, now that I'm getting more into reading more other middle grade books, but they are the ones that stand out. Next one is, what middle grade book do you think should be required to read at school? Now I know that this one actually has been read at school. My daughter's read it at school. Matilda. I think everyone at school should read this. It makes you love books. Matilda is a strong character. She's a strong girl who wants to make something of herself. She is in a world where she's made to feel thick, where she's the only intelligent one, and the way she uses magic, and she uses her intelligence to be good, and it inspires children to want to learn. It should inspire you to use the magic in yourself to be who you want to be, and that being who you are is the best person you can be. This is why I love this book. It's probably one of my favourite books ever, because I think I was torn between this and the BFG, because I did love the BFG as well. But this teaches you lessons. This teaches you so much, because Matilda is such a strong character, and some of the lessons when she's fighting the Trunchbull, who she ends up with at the end of the book, the fight she has with her family because she wants to be the best that she can be. I love Matilda. Mia was Matilda on World Book Day this year, and I love Matilda. This needs to be read at school. Now the next one is, what is your favourite middle grade book cover? This is a book that I've not actually read yet, but I found this copy in a bookshop, and look at it, it's Black Beauty. By the way, guys, I think some of my friends out there said they would read this with me. Who is it, please, guys? Can you comment below? Because I do need to read this. Reread it, because obviously I think I did read it as a child. Black Beauty. It's something I remember growing up with. It's a classic. It's a middle grade book, but it's a middle grade classic. This is the Puffin Classics edition, which is absolutely beautiful. You see the horse in this. I've got so many fabulous covers. Like I love the Tilly and the Book Wanderers cover, but this one really stood out to me. And it's one that I can't wait to reread and read. So please, guys, remind me to read this soon, because it looks beautiful. But I'm not sure whether it's Victorian, and I don't know if it's one that I can read in Victober. Some of you Victober friends out there, can you tell me what you think? But yeah, I love that copy. And then, what is your favourite middle grade book to screen adaptation? Now I could say the Harry Potter series, which is what the Curly Reader said, but I thought of another one. I thought of one that people don't remember. Mary Poppins. And my niece Belle got me this as a birthday present last year, so 1 year to pretty much to the day on I'm showing you. Mary Poppins was my favourite film growing up. I think Mary Poppins is one of my favourite middle grade. Again, it's another favourite of mine. But the book to screen adaptation, reading the book, there's some things in the book, there's some characters in the book that aren't in the film, but the way it's done, the film still portrays the best parts of the book. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to be a bit different, a bit controversial, say one that people don't always think about, but I love it. And I really think that everyone needs to read this. It is that frigging good. Now that's the last of the prompts. And for me, this is quite a short video. So I'm going to tag some people. I don't know if you're going to have time to do it in Middle Grade March, but these are 3 people that I think would be amazing. And so if you have time, please do it. The first one I'm going to tag is Verna from Verna Bookish Adventures. She is absolutely incredible. One of my lovely new friends, and one of my people I genuinely can call a friend. And I know she's doing Middle Grade March. So I would love to see your answers. The next one, I'm going to get you back on this one. Charlie from Charles Heathcote. I know he did Middle Grade March last year. I don't know what he's doing this year, whether he's actually participating. But I know he knows a lot about middle grade books. So I think you would do amazing on this, Charlie. Please comment below. Now the other one is one of my friends. It's a new, really is new to me friend on here. But she is absolutely one of the sweetest people alive. And that's Leanne from Literary Diversions. I don't know if this is one of your books, but again, I'm getting to know you, and I think I would like to know whether you could do this if you get time. I also wonder what you would say. I think she's a bit of a Harry Potter fan, so I don't know how many of her answers might be that related. But guys, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling. And I will see you all any day now. Bye-bye.